Hello everyone, welcome back to Coffee Break, where I drink coffee and discuss about things that are interesting to me at the moment. Even though you probably saw the title, I'm gonna talk about getting a dumb phone. I do still own an iPhone, which I'm using as my mic today, and I will keep this iPhone. I will discuss the reasons a bit later in this video. The coffee choice of today's video is just a basic Americano. I was gonna make a pumpkin spice latte to fit the autumn vibes, but honestly, it's 4:30 p.m. and it's gonna be pitch black in a second. So this is my experience of the first month of having a dumb phone. My friends, I just got a very exciting package. Shall we open it together? Look! I finally did it. I got a dumb phone. Look how small this is! So this little baby here is Nokia 3210. I have tried to beat my social media addiction and phone addiction in general so many times. I've tried everything. I block apps, I have time limits on apps. I usually don't even have Instagram or TikTok downloaded on my phone. Instagram I only download when I post a video, usually in the weekends, so then I can like say, hey, I posted a video. And then TikTok I only download sometimes. One of my friends makes videos on TikTok, so those are actually the only videos that I like to watch on TikTok. Otherwise I don't really enjoy short form content. It just makes me feel crap, to be honest. I love to watch long form content on YouTube, and I don't need my phone for that. I can watch on my TV actually. So I'm so excited about this. For reference, this is my iPhone 11, which is not even which is not even the biggest iPhone there is, I guess. So small. Just to be clear, I'm not switching completely into a dumb phone because I still need this phone for work. I also actually need Instagram on my phone for work sometimes, which is really annoying, but that's just how it is. I can't get over the size difference. Also, this phone doesn't do basically anything. There are dumb phones that you can get WhatsApp on there and Spotify. I guess those are not real dumb phones, but still like kind of that hybrid where you can't really scroll on social media, but you still have those apps that you actually need for your everyday life. I use WhatsApp for all my communication. Only a few of my friends don't have WhatsApp, and to those friends I talk to on Snapchat. So my plan of action is that I will keep this phone at home, and I can only obviously use this on Wi-Fi when I take the SIM card out and put it here. And when I go out, I only have this phone. I will let my friends and family know that I have done this, so if they have an emergency or they need me to answer right away, they have to call me. And I can't check this because there's nothing to check here. How can I turn the sound off? I will report back to you how this week goes with this little baby. You might remember, if you are around my age, like in your 30s or in your late 20s, maybe you also had a family computer in your home when you were growing up, and you were kind of fighting over the time, like who gets to use it and when. And it was so exciting back then. The internet itself was like a magical world that you could like find anything from there. I was playing games, you know, and when I was at my friends at a sleepover, we would use those very sketchy chat rooms and saw things that we shouldn't have seen at that age. But like, you know, that's the internet for you. Plus the internet has changed a lot from those years, but I just remember it being so exciting, and it was like one of my pastimes, but not the only one. And I guess that's the biggest thing that has changed, because now internet is at our fingertips at all times. You can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of internet. Now coming back to the fact that I still own this iPhone as well as the dumb phone, I have realized that having the iPhone with me but without internet is actually not bad at all. Like, I can't check anything. Like, I was at the gym this morning and I wanted to add this video on my story that I filmed at the gym, but then I realized, right, I can't do that. I have to wait until I'm home. Also, if I'm just walking and I'm thinking, oh, what is that song? I need to like find that song, or what is that actor in that poster? I need to find that out. And I can't do it. I have to wait until I'm at home or when I'm somewhere where I have Wi-Fi. So that kind of waiting is just very interesting, how kind of hard it is, because we are so used to, at least I was so used to, like finding stuff out instantly. And that kind of convenience of information is taking away from the moment I'm experiencing. The biggest change I have experienced changing into a dumbphone is the waiting. There's a lot of waiting in life when you think about it. Like, I'm not even speaking about waiting an hour for something. I'm speaking of those moments that you have, those 10 seconds of waiting during the day. When you wait for an elevator, when you are in the elevator, when you are waiting at the shop in the queue, what is my first reaction? Is to reach into my pocket and scroll on my phone. And it has been the funniest thing to realize how much I do that now that I can. Like, I wait for an elevator to go to my gym, and it takes probably max 20 seconds for the elevator to come. And I'm like, oh my God, I just have to stand here. And there's a lot of people around me as well. Everyone else is checking something on their phone, and I'm just standing there like a lemon. Even more like awkward for some reason is being in the elevator full of people and being the only one not on their phone. I guess the phone is kind of like a safety net somehow, like you have something to look at, so you don't have to just look at other people or like look at your shoes. Like, I don't know, I just find it really, really funny. Also, like a few weeks ago, I was in the grocery store and there was a really long queue and there was a problem at the till or something. And I don't know how long it actually took, but it felt like forever, let me tell you, when I didn't have my phone to check. It also makes me a bit sad, because why do I need entertainment 24/7? Like, why can't I just stand still for 1 minute? I was thinking of the time when I didn't have a smartphone yet. Like, what was I doing? I guess I was just thinking. I guess I was using my brain. I don't know. Or maybe I was just in silence. Maybe I was relaxing. Jesus. Would be nice. There have been periods in my life where the last thing I do is scroll on my phone before falling asleep. And the first thing I do when I open my eyes is pick up my phone and look at my really bright screen to wake up. I scroll, I consume, and for what? I got interested in minimalism already, like, I would say 8 years ago probably. That was when I first decluttered my like stuff, so physical things. And even before that, I was really interested in like environmental issues and animal rights. I stopped eating meat when I was 16. I went vegan when I was 21. And as I read about these things and got more into the scene, I guess, I just was more aware of what I was consuming. I've always liked secondhand shopping, first because I didn't have any money, and then I just liked that I could find unique things when I went to like charity shops. But then also later my motivation changed. It is also because it's more affordable and you can find unique stuff, but mostly I do it because it's more environmentally friendly, obviously. So in many areas in my life, I'm very aware of the things I'm consuming, what food I'm consuming, what stuff I'm buying and from where. But why am I then consuming content so unintentionally all the time? I started to notice my phone addiction and social media addiction long ago, but I wanted to do something about it, but I just never did. I do still have social media, and as you can tell, I have a YouTube channel, but I just always have felt that YouTube is a bit different because it's long form. Like, you can argue against that. Probably YouTube also makes you overconsume. And I do sometimes still watch YouTube videos, like just to watch something. But for me, YouTube has always been like a place of inspiration. And I do still have Instagram, but I just don't really like to use it. I guess somehow over the years, slowly but surely, I've come to this point that I find Instagram a bit boring. Also, like, I'm not saying that social media is completely evil. I have found friends from like through Instagram and Facebook, and I find inspiration from there all the time. And like, just information, good information and fun memes, to be honest. Like, what's bad about that, right? But I just find it stupid that it's called social media, but mostly, at least I see content from people that I have no idea who they are. I don't know them, they're not my friends. And even like my friends' posts, obviously I like to see what they're up to, but to be honest, I would prefer rather to like call them. I know I'm really bad caller. If some of my friends are watching this, they're like, what are you talking about? You never call me. I'm really trying. This is my promise that I want to call people more. Okay. By the way, I'm like so bad at texting. It's annoying because like at least I used to always be on my phone, but then I like can't text my friends. What I have found though through the dumbphone, because you can text on that, obviously, you can't really connect through text. I guess it's like how WhatsApp looks, for example. It's like so colorful and exciting, and with the emojis. With the dumbphone, it's very hard to read. You don't have emojis. You have the old school emojis, so which are the best ones. Like when it comes down to it, it's just text on a screen. I'm sorry for being depressing, but it's not depressing. That's the thing. Like, speaking of death should be normal. We are all going to die. You know that, right? Like, I don't like it when we act like we are going to live forever, because I think that's very problematic. And when you scroll, life keeps going. The world keeps spinning. It doesn't stop. Time doesn't stop. The clock is ticking when you are scrolling. That's why it's so crazy and very scary, actually, when you're like, oh, I'm just going to relax for a second, lay on the sofa and scroll on Instagram. And then all of a sudden, it's like 2 hours later. That is the scariest thing I can think of. And that is why I get very anxious if after a bad day, when I like consume more content, I'm just thinking like, what if I died today and I didn't take advantage of this incredible life and like all the opportunities I have and all the freedom I have? I chose to scroll instead. And I don't want to make you more anxious. Like, I understand scrolling is also a coping mechanism, like numbing yourself is, but I don't know, it just makes me angry. You just need to remind yourself that people programmed this platform for you to keep scrolling so you can see more ads, so you can buy more things. We all know that, right? But it's just hard to like keep that clear in your mind. And it is actually a rebellious act to not consume. And I honestly think me getting the dumbphone has been already life-changing, even though it has been a short time, because even if I just walk to the gym, I'm not looking at my phone. I'm just looking around. I don't know, I also noticed there's this one building in my city that has like really beautiful ornaments, like very detailed. And I never saw that before. Lastly, before we lose all the light, I'm gonna quickly talk about the kind of difficulties I have faced having the dumbphone. So here it is, as you saw before. First of all, what I can say, it's very light and it is very durable, and I can just throw it and it's gonna be fine. First thing is that all the companies want you to download an app. So my gym as well, they have an app, which I do use. I also work there, but you need the app to sign in, so you get into the gym. There was before a tag, like a physical tag that you had to beep and get in the gym, but I haven't had that in a year at least. And when I got the dumbphone, I had to go to the reception and be like, sorry, can I have the tag again? And they were like, why? You can just use the app. And I was like, no, well, actually, now I have this phone. Now I have this phone. So people's reaction when I tell them that I have this is really funny. Also in a cafe or in a shop, they're like, oh, are you a member? You can scan this code. And I'm like, no, I actually can't scan it. Actual things that have been a bit difficult. First thing is that I really love Snapchat to like keep connected to my friends. I used to Snapchat them when I was out and about and like I got an idea or something I wanted to share, and then I just film myself quickly and send it off, like to share those normal everyday moments. But now I can only do that when I have Wi-Fi on my phone, and then I kind of forget to do it at home because usually at home I'm just chilling and nothing exciting is happening. Good evening, it's a lot later in the same day. I just remembered a few more things that I needed to add. So not really difficulties, but just things that I need to adjust. So I'm really used to paying by phone. There has been a few instances that I've been in the shop buying something and then I realized that I don't have my iPhone with me, so I can't buy it because I also just don't carry my wallet usually with me, which is probably not the best. One time it was really good actually because I was in the charity shop and I was gonna buy something and I'm on a shopping ban for clothes, so I couldn't make an impulse purchase, so that's great. One time it was really annoying because I was in the grocery shop already in the line to the till and I realized I don't have a wallet with me, so then I had to call Matti to come to the shop to pay for it. Then the other thing is that I'm just really used to making a lot of notes on my iPhone. So my calendar is on my iPhone, like all my work stuff, but also personal life stuff. So now I'm gonna get a physical paper calendar for next year. Also, one observation to add was that when I was traveling to another city to see my friend and I didn't have Wi-Fi because the train Wi-Fi always sucks, I had my book with me, but then I was reading like an hour, then didn't feel like it anymore, and I was like, oh, what can I do because I can't scroll? And then I just ended up drawing on my iPhone notes. Like you can actually do that. So I also think that this hopefully makes me go back to drawing because there's just so many other things to do and so many hobbies that I love that I haven't been able to do because I just fill my time with like being on my phone. And there was probably a lot more things that I was gonna say and a lot more stuff that comes to my mind in the future when I keep having this dumbphone and like distancing myself more and more from technology, I guess. I mean, keeping in mind it's 2025, so I'm not pretending that it's the 90s or something, but just trying to find some more peace of mind in my life, I guess. So that is it for this video. Please leave your comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about this topic, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.